Hey guys, it's KJ48. Welcome back to Tips, Tricks, and Tutorials. This is episode 13, and this is going to be a sorting system for Minecraft Feed the Beast. This video series for the sorting system is going to be 3 different parts. Each part is going to be a different part of the sorting system that I basically just couldn't fit all into one video. A little bit of a disclaimer here. I know this is not the best sorting system. I know there's ways to improve it. If you know ways to improve it, if you have ideas, please put them in the comments, but please be respectful about it. And just know that this sorting system works flawlessly for me. Okay, for this build we're going to do, we have a few more new items. Forget about these redstone energy cells and forget about the energy conduits. I'm going to be using pulverizers and powered furnaces, but you could use anything for this. You could use industrial craft stuff if you want, so I'm not even going to get into how I'm powering them. That's kind of a different thing anyway. So anyway, we're going to be using the pulverizer though. That is a piston, a machine frame. The machine frame is like so. And we also need a redstone reception coil. There you go. This is part of the thermal expansion mod, and I kind of like these a little bit better than the industrial craft 2 machines, at least when you first start out. We're also going to use powered furnaces. The pulverizer is just like the macerator, and the powered furnace is just like the furnace. The powered furnace is the same redstone reception coil. You got some copper ingots, bricks, and another machine frame. Piece of cake. Alright, the last thing we're going to be, I also made a blue paintbrush, pretty self-explanatory, and a relay. The relay is made first with the buffer, like that, then a transposer, which is like so, and a red doped wafer, which is that silicon wafer and redstone. Alright, so we're going to have to add a second sorting machine into this system, so we will put that right here, and what we're gonna power it. I found my blue alloy wire. There we go. Okay, and then we're gonna have some pneumatic tubes coming out of it, like, oh, come on, work with me, game. Like this. Okay, and we're gonna paint that one white. Then we're gonna have another set of pneumatic tubes going off, and this setup is going to be for ores. We don't want to sort the ores into these chests. We want to sort them into something that's going to take care of them. So yeah, alright, so we'll have this go this way, then this is gonna go down. Yeah, okay, that'll work. And then the items we want on the bottom are going to be the pulverizers, because that's what's going to be first. So put the 3 pulverizers like that. Then we put our relays. For those of you that don't know, relays are basically just like buffers. It's when there's too many items going into these machines and they can't hold them. The relay is somewhere where they basically just hang out for the time being. And we want them to go 1, 2, 3, kind of spread them out a little evenly. So we'll put a pipe right in the middle. Pulverizers and actually all the thermal expansion machines have their own inputs and outputs. Alright, blue is the input, so we want blue on the bottom. You could just see the pipe just connected. I'm going to disconnect everything that I'm not using. And the output, which is going to be orange, is going to be on the top. And I'm going to set each of those up like that, but I'll do that later. I'm not going to make you sit through that. So we want them to go from the pulverizer, which remember is just like a macerator. Instead of dust, you get pulverized items, but you get 2 for every ore. So it's it's basically the same thing. So we're going to put the furnaces on top, and then above that, for some reason I couldn't get the outputs to work with pneumatic tubes. So what I'm going to do is I always use gold transport pipes, and we'll just put those right there. Oops. But we need them to get back into the red power 2 realm, so we will have them go from these gold pipes into a relay. If we can do this, there we go. And then that's going to come out into the pneumatic tube system, and then it's going to have to go back into the system. Actually, let's move these over. Like, yeah, that should work. This is going to be a little ugly, but it's just to give you the idea of how this stuff is supposed to work. And you can make it look, really nice in your setup. I'm just trying to get this. I'm building this really big so it's easy for you to understand. Alright, so we need to color this blue. And then this comes out like this over to here. Now we set this sorting machine. We're going to set these first two rows to blue. Okay, and then we're going to set this. Remember, anything that the sorting machine doesn't know what to do with, it's going to go to black. That's going to change. We're going to change that to white. Then we're going to come over this sorting machine and change this one to black. So we're basically just putting another sorting machine in between to handle the fact that we're going to have other stuff coming into the system. I don't know if these need to be facing the right way, but I'm going to probably do. See that little, here, I'll show you right now. That's the input, and this is the output. So the little metal part is the part we want to be sticking up. Like that. And the same thing right here. Okay, now we need to power these. And like I said, I'm not gonna get into the power system with you because it's not really what this video is about. And I don't want the video to be really that long, so we're just going to put down a couple of these. These are things just hold Minecraft joules. By the way, thermal expansion runs off Minecraft joules. So we'll have these come out like this. We're going to need a crescent hammer. Again, I'm not going to get into the crescent hammer because it's nothing you need to be worried about. All right, so there we go. These should be all powered now. Okay, I'm going to go through all these and change them all to this configuration, and I'll be back when that's done. Okay, I've set all those up. I've also put one of each of these ores in the sorting machine. The Furious ore is one that's not like one of the basic ores. Well, basic. It's one of the newer ores that I've dealt with Feed the Bees, so it's one that's a little bit weird to me. So when this comes out of this chest, it's gonna be painted blue, and it's gonna look for the closest inventory. Right here, I think this would probably be the closest inventory, but since it's painted white, it's going to be forced over here. Once it's all cooked, it's going to come out the top. It's going to come around here. Right here, it's going to look for the closest inventory, which is going to be the sorting machine, and then it's going to get put into the sorting stuff. I've already showed you how things work with these filters, so I'm not going to bother putting any of the ores in filters, but because they're not in the filters, they're going to end up in this chest. So let's see how this works. There it goes. This stuff is going to take a little bit of time to pulverize and cook, so I'm going to pause the video here, and when it's all coming out, I'll start it back up. Okay, and we're getting our first ores coming out. It looks like gold, maybe some tin, some silver, iron, I don't know, but it'll come over here. It's going to go in this filter, in this sorting machine right here. It's not going to it didn't get painted. Oh, I didn't set this up properly. See? Alright, so actually that can go back to normal. It's just in a loop right now. That's not a big deal. I've got to paint this correctly. There we go. Now everything's going to go through into the black tube, which is also the restriction tube. That's why this works. Alright, so I wanted to show you one other thing. As you can see right here, the relays, well, this relay right here is actually holding ores because they can't fit in this pulverizer. So that's why you want the relays, because now they'll wait their turn before they go into the pulverizer. Okay, so with my last video and this video, you now have a complete sorting system. It's going to take all the ores and basically turn them into ingots, and it's going to push them into the chests you want. You can set this up wherever you want. You can, put your chest wherever you want. This is a pretty nice setup. So I hope you guys enjoy this. I hope you've learned a lot, and I'll see you later.